Okay, babes, love yourself enough to be bored instead of self-betraying. Now, what happens is because we've been so wired to go, go, go and do, our nervous system has become used to that as safety, right? So when we choose to start creating space, and when we choose to stop, go, 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 and do, and rest and give ourselves that space, what ends up coming up are all of these meh, that we should do, that we're not doing enough, that we're letting ourselves or our family down, or all of that stuff, yeah? So either that comes up, or when we are creating space in the boredom, what that allows is for any kind of suppressed emotions to come up, to be looked at and felt and processed. So a lot of the times when either this meh happens or the emotions are coming up, we tend to reach for our phones, we tend to watch Netflix, we tend to do something to distract ourselves in some which way away from this discomfort that we're feeling, when in actual fact, sitting in this discomfort and giving ourselves that space to notice the conditioning that's happening within us, or to process the emotions, is actually really good for us. When we reach for these distractions, and when we numb ourselves, and when we escape from creating this space, we're actually betraying ourselves, because first and foremost, it's in the space where the magic happens. It's in the space where we get these intuitive drops and hits. And it's in this space that we can actually start to feel the suppression of emotions in our bodies that are ready to come up and be felt, whether that be through rage or crying or just simply feeling and letting it out. And this is how we're able to consciously and healthily process our emotions within our own safe space, where we don't negatively affect the people in our field. So constant stimulation keeps us disconnected from ourselves, from our feelings, from our intuition, and ultimately from source and from the downloads that can come through creating space and through being bored and through having rest. So it's really important that we give ourselves that space and that time, and that we learn how to decondition ourselves and the meh of you're not doing enough, you need to work, you need to do, you need to show up, you've got more to do, blah, blah, blah. Because no, the magic is in the being. The magic truly is in the being, because when we're just being and when we're resting, like I said, that's when the intuitive hits come, and that's when we're guided in a way that's beneficial for our soul. And that's essentially how we work smarter and we do less and more ends up happening. This is how we experience the magic in our lives. So it's really important that we learn how to sit in that void, and we learn how to essentially reparent and coach and mentor ourselves through what's going on. When we notice that and all of these negative thoughts that are coming up, and we learn how to reprogram that to a sense of, no, this is actually good for me. It's in the being rather than the doing. Remember, we are human beings, so it's very important that we be, and that we allow ourselves to be, for the magic to flow in our lives. So it's filling this void with old habits or people to numb ourselves, to escape, to distract, It's not good. It's not good. And this is the thing. To get to our next level stage in our life, we must do next level things, and we must let go of the old level frequency stuff that we would do. Right? I used to drink and do drugs a lot. I used to reach for my phone and want to continuously speak to people because I couldn't be alone with myself. Right? I used to just watch Netflix to numb myself. And when it came to me understanding what my next level was, I then was able to look at, okay, well, that's not serving me, that's not serving me, that's not serving me for where I want to go. So I really must let go of that and create space for what it is that I'm calling in. And the fact of the matter is, when we're moving forward to creating a better experience for ourselves, not everyone's going to come with us, and not every habit is going to be good for us. So it's really important for us to be aware of what and who and where certain environments are that aren't necessarily good for us, and consciously let them go with love and gratitude for how they've served us in the past, but how they're not going to serve us in the future. And with that being said, there is a grieving process around that, because we're shedding old skins for us to expand into our next level version. So yes, grieve, yes, feel. And you don't necessarily need to say anything to the people that you may be moving away from. It's just, hey, I'm just concentrating on other things now, and going out partying and drinking just isn't for me. I love you, and if you're open to learning about what it is that I'm learning about, I'd be happy to share. However, it's just not aligning for where I want to go, and I'm really grateful for everything that we've shared together. However, I wish to create better for myself and my family. You know, you don't have to say that, but if it comes up that you feel called to, then of course that is your prerogative. So learning to not fill the void with all of this stuff that used to make us comfortable, where we would be escaping and numbing and distracting ourselves from the meh or the feelings that may come up. We really must honor and validate what's coming up and reprogram and process as and where required. So the alchemy that happens in stillness is so beautiful, because when we notice all of this, the alchemy and the reprogramming, and then when it comes to the emotions that come up, the creativity that comes up, the clarity that comes up, and also the recalibration that comes up when we're moving and grooving and processing, and also learning these new ways of being, unlearning old ways of being and relearning new ways of being. It's so beautiful, and it really is worth it. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's confronting. However, being in this space and being in this stillness really allows us to see, first and foremost, how strong we are and how powerful we are. And then secondly, when it comes to the creative outlet that we choose to process it through, whether it be through writing, through movement, through painting, or through singing, or any kind of musical thing or art thing, whatever we're called to do, it's following that call, and we get to see, wow, I am actually quite creative. Wow, I do really enjoy this. And with that being said, it also brings out our inner child, and this is where the magic is in life. So we really get to appreciate the alchemy that happens in this stillness when we give ourselves that time and that space to be still. And yeah, I mean, it's been a process for me. I've been on my journey for 8 years now. It was 8 years in June. I started my journey in June 2017. And I've been on a huge deconditioning process away from the matrix and society, especially since I got here in Bali, and I gave myself so much space to just be with myself and to create a strong and sure relationship with myself, to work out, okay, what's mine, what's theirs, and what do I get to reprogram for myself. And journaling has been really beautiful for me, and I've done that in various different ways. I've journaled in my own private journal. I've also used my social media as an online kind of journal where I've written and processed, and at the end of my share, I've shared what's worked for me so I can support my tribe when they're reading what it is that I'm sharing. So not only am I sharing and processing and using my voice, and there's so much healing when it comes to being witnessed and sharing our story. Not only am I healing myself in doing so, when it gets to the end of it, when I'm sharing my process and what's going on in my mind and what's supporting me, I'm ultimately supporting my soul tribe, which then is healing, because it reminds me that my pain is actually worthwhile, because not only am I growing and evolving and ascending and becoming better through me sharing my voice and my process and what I've learned and how I've healed and how I've grown, I'm supporting my soul tribe in doing the same. So I'm making a positive difference and impact. And then on top of that, I've shared my process on video and what I'm going through and what I'm thinking about, and going live for me is really beautiful, because I get to engage, and I end up getting in this transmission channel kind of thing, and different things come to realizations as I'm talking just out loud. And then through me doing that and sharing my frequency, again, I'm supporting my soul tribe. So for me, that's what's really supported me, is just slowing down and being with myself and sharing my story and sharing my process. And that may very well resonate with you, and if it does, then I highly encourage you to start sharing, because there's so much beauty in it. And if you desire to learn how you can create a fulfilling income through your own self-expression, I'd really love to share with you how I'm able to do that through a business model that we can flow with, just like water. We're partnered with Living Water Technology, and we build our business around our personal brand, and we attract our soul tribe in, and we support our soul tribe, and it's really all about community, and we're all supporting one another rise and break free from the system and break ancestral chains, and really hold up beautiful mirrors for one another so we can support each other, heal, grow and ascend. So if you feel called to my frequency, and if you'd like to learn more from me, the link to my free portal is just below this video in the description. I'd really love to support you and guide you on the journey. But for now, thank you so much for being here. If you really enjoyed this video, please like it, please comment, let me know what you took from it. And also please share this with anyone that you know would benefit, because this could be your good deed for the day, is sharing the good frequency and supporting your tribe in rising, just like you have from listening to this frequency. Okay, have a beautiful day. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you on the next video.